Hi, I'm Shannon Ellis, president of NTEU Chapter 66. I wanted to do two separate messages. This one I'm sending out to the public. I know that all of us are feeling these attacks, not just employees, managers as well. I get it. I know that we feel at times that there is nothing we can do, but there is. You know, I've read over every document that HCO and OPM is putting out over all these new processes and policies, and I keep reading the same things, which is employees should not be shocked or surprised when they are disciplined, when they are not selected for being able to telework, whether it's telework at all or telework on overtime. Employees should never be surprised, because the guidance clearly states that management should be communicating with you on a regular basis, and it should be very clear and easily understood where the employee stands. So why is it that when employees, for example, these employees that are putting in or being denied telework on overtime, and only 94 people in accounts management qualified to telework on overtime, please tell me why the majority of these employees have no clue as to why they were not allowed or permitted to telework. It makes no sense. So the only explanation is that our managers are not being transparent. So I get it, managers, and I'm not saying that you are not under attack. I'm not saying that you're not fighting for your jobs. What I'm asking you to do is be honest with these employees. If upper management tells you that these are the only people that are allowed to telework, why aren't you asking why? And if you're not asking why, then it is assumed that you understand why they're not. Tell the employees, be upfront, because then you leave us no choice but to guess and assume and possibly file EEOs against you as a manager for not allowing the employees to telework when they think they're doing everything right. So if it's not based on leave usage or medical, it shouldn't be too hard to be transparent. Now, I have said repeatedly, years before any of these huge attacks on us have been happening, the same thing. If you don't or refuse to put something in writing, there's only a few reasons for that. Either it's immoral, illegal, or you don't want any proof of it. So which is it? Which is it? Be transparent. We're adults here. And even if we don't like it or we don't agree with it, we have avenues to challenge that. But if you leave us having to guess the reasons, then it doesn't sound legal. It sounds immoral and dishonest. So, you're leaders for a reason. Be transparent leaders. Be honest with your employees. Invest the time to make your employees great. Don't just try to document things to get them out the door, because in the long run, the fewer employees we have, and we're already struggling because we're so short-staffed, the fewer employees we have, who are you going to manage? Then you're not needed. So I know we're all in this together. Management, frontline employees, all the way up to executives. We're in this fight together. Why do we have to keep challenging each other? Why do we have to remind you to be human and to understand that people have needs, and there's a whole life outside these walls that these employees are dealing with? We have multiple people dealing with cancer in our building right now. Why do they have to battle for leave or battle for a schedule that will allow them to get the treatment that may save their lives? Why do we have to ask you to be honest with us? We respect that a hell of a lot more than just telling us it's out of your hands, it's coming from upper management, it's coming from the treasury. Bullshit. You're part of the data that is elevated to them to make these decisions. Be part of the fix to make our employees successful, and be honest with them about what we're trying to do. Be part of this fix, or we're all going to lose our jobs. We're going to have to choose. There won't be one person in that building that has to choose their family, their health, or their job. That includes you. Join us. Stand up. Let's fight. Let's protect each other. That's all we're asking.